What is up, my heroic horse health inspectors? Today, we are ranking My Hero Academia characters. Quick disclaimer, I have the hardest time remembering the names of these characters for some reason. So if I end up referring to them solely based on their power or what they look like, that's why. I'm sorry. But anyways, let's get ranking. All right, now starting off, I have some beef with Mike over here. Look, I mean, he's a cool character and all, but is being loud really a superpower? Come on, I mean, like, if being overly loud and annoying was a superpower, my ex-girlfriend would have been in the Avengers a long time ago. Powers-wise, kind of boring. Is kind of a cool character aesthetically, though, like personality-wise, you know what I mean? Kind of makes up for it a little bit, but still, weak power, weak character, trash D tier, D for a deal with it. All right, next up, we got one of my low-key personal favorites, Gang Orca. Now, this guy confuses me for a lot of reasons, because is he a person that looks like an orca or an orca that can interact like a human? I don't, what is he exactly? Like because I know quirks manifest at a young age, so was he born a normal person, or did some lady just give birth to an orca? I don't know. Someone please answer me. But Gang Orca is such a cool character, though. I mean, whether he's a orca or a person, I don't know, but some like kind of like mobster type orca, I guess, that has fish water powers of some sort. I don't know. Really cool aesthetically, cool guy. I like him. Big fan. A tier. All right, let's get this guy out of the way. All Might, honestly, D tier character. Fight me about it. Look, he's cool. I get All Might. Wow, the big whatever. No, he's just kind of boring. I'm sorry. I hate his weird non-powerful form. He just looks kind of creepy. I don't know. And he's not all that useful in the end. Like, everyone else kind of does the work, but then he's just there like, oh, look at me. I don't know. He's just not that great of a character, honestly. I mean, he's cool, but really becomes kind of useless, and then he's still around. Like, I feel like we should have killed him off a long time ago. There's just no need for him to be there anymore. Honestly, he's just kind of there. Now, this Gene guy, I honestly did not like him. I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that he wears his pants up to his nose. Like, what's up with that, bro? I hated his character design. I mean, he's I guess, but also sort of forgettable. Like, I don't 100% remember what his powers are necessarily. He's kind of cool and has personality, though. So honestly, I might move him up a little bit there. All right, now I think her name's Kami, something like that. I don't know. I had to look up what her power was because I couldn't remember, but it said something about illusions. Like she makes some weird smoke and it causes illusions. I vaguely remember that. However, I feel like I've only ever seen it once, so I don't 100% remember it. But based on my memory alone, I'm pretty sure she was pretty cool. Pretty cool illusions, That's a bit more interesting of a power. I like the direction we're going with that. Bit of a shame we don't get to see a whole lot of her because she's like the second year. She only shows up a handful of times. But is an interesting character when she is there, so solid B tier. Now this derpy looking concrete guy, I can't even remember what his name is. Yeah, he's useful, I guess, but like, is he really? He shows up every now and then. He's just kind of there like, oh, look at me, I'm concrete or something at E. All right, now Dobby. First off, bro has a way too overly traumatic backstory. Like, they did not need to do him like that. At first, I wasn't a huge fan of his character design. I thought it didn't 100% fit in with everyone else necessarily, but he did start to grow on me, and I think he does have some really interesting powers, and it just makes sense for him to be the way he is. Even if it was a little unnecessary, I think he's a really solid character, and I thought his arc was kind of interesting. So we'll move him up here with Gang Orca. This guy, I'm gonna be honest, I can't remember which one he is. I know I always get him confused with like 3 other characters or something, but from what I remember, he's kind of like, solid C tier material. This guy, I also barely remember. I feel like I've only ever seen him like once or twice, like in one episode. I mean, I feel like he looks really cool, but I feel like his power was kind of lame. Like, it was some weird thing where he turns really thin and slides in between places. Cool looking character, but just overall kind of trash powers. This guy, he's one of the people I kind of get confused with because I feel like their personalities are similar. He's cool, I guess. He's got an interesting, character design, stuff like that, but also just kind of forgettable. Another one of those characters that just feels like they're there as filler. Endeavor. Now, I have a lot of mixed feelings about this guy because I hated him for the longest time. And then they tried to do the whole like redemption arc of him like being, oh no, I'm not a bad, awful person. I'm just misunderstood, or like, no, I can actually do good things even though everyone like hates me. I mean, he's kind of cool, but also really trash, you know? Like, I want to like him, but at the end of the day, I just don't. He can go down here with All Might, second place, of course. Now, I don't know why I'm completely blank on his name, but the one teacher guy, you know, the one cool teacher guy who like could make people's powers go away by looking at them or something. Yeah, I don't know. Pretty sick character, low-key. Real interesting power that can like cancel out other people's powers. I'm a big fan of it. Decent character design. Feel like he fits his role well. Solid A tier. Now, Aerie. Listen, they had no business making Aerie that dang cute. Okay. They didn't. I'm sorry. S tier. Okay, I can't in good heart put her any lower. I mean, just look at that face. You can't. I can't. Fat gum. I mean, like, what the heck is that? Like, what kind of name is that? I get his power is that he's fat. I'm E tier character. What, like, why? Why is that a character? This bird guy, I can't remember the name of. I low-key remember being kind of let down by him. Because it sounded like he had a really cool power, and then seeing it, and it had some weird like limitations and stuff. I don't know. I thought he was going to be so much cooler than he was in the end, and he's sort of just seems really off to the side half the time. That I'm like, well, why are you here? I don't, C tier. Not the worst character, but definitely feels like he could be strengthened a bit. This guy they just made way too OP for no reason. Like he's just some huge thing. I don't, what even is he? I get he's the bad guy, whatever thing. Oh, I don't know. C, I guess. I don't care about it. The old guy, I want to hate him, but he is kind of a funny character. Like, I get the whole, like, oh, All Might's teacher, this, I get why he's there. So I don't like him as a character. He has a place at least. So I'll put him E or D instead of E. This character, I don't remember at all, but I vaguely do and feel like I didn't like him. And he's giving me a really weird vibe right now with that smile. I'm not a fan. Trash, buddy. I'm sorry. Hawks, he's a decent character. Kind of weird. Felt like he was forced into the story a bit more than he needed to be at some points. But, overall, kind of a cool power. Decent character. Nothing too fancy, honestly. He's solid B tier. Himiko Toga. Now, look, some people might not like her. She is easily the best character in the show. I think one of the best written characters, the character design, everything. She fits her role so well. Very interesting, very cool. Easily just one of the best characters in the show. I can't remember what this guy's name is, but he's the guy that does the weird, like, brainwashing mind control thing, which is low-key kind of sick and hype, even though he's not there as much as you'd think he would be. I think he has a really cool and really interesting power that they could have done more with, honestly. Other than that, I mean, he has kind of a boring character design. He could have been made a lot more interesting than he was, but I mean, he just has a really cool power. So I think high B. Deku. Honestly, in my opinion, one of the most solid B tier characters I've ever seen in any anime. Like, he's the most definition of a B tier character. He fills his role as the overexcited hero wannabe character very well, but he's such a, like, you just look at him and you're like, yeah, that guy's a B tier character. Not bad. I kind of like him. He fits his role as the main character, but not much else redeeming about him. Bakugo. Now, Bakugo is kind of hype. He's also really annoying, kind of cool, and I like the fact that he's there. I do, however, wish that he would have broken off and like became a villain or something. I thought that's what was going to happen for a while. At this point, I realized, nope, it's just not going to happen. I don't know. He's just always so angry all the time that I thought he would have, had some weird, crazy arc of, you know what I mean. Overall, really cool character. Big fan of Bakugo. Solid A tier. This weird animal, creepy guy, E tier. Honestly, you could completely remove him and I probably wouldn't even notice. The one music ear, whatever lady, she's pretty chill, pretty hype. Big fan. She has an interesting ability, at least. I don't know how useful it ends up actually being, you know, because it's kind of weird and specific, but that's, you know, it's chill. This lady I kind of like. She's really overly excited about making things and just building whatever. She's kind of chill and cool. Adds a lot of character whenever she's there. We don't see her a whole lot, but I think she fits in well whenever she does show up. Oh, now Midnight. Listen, if you know, you know. I mean, come on now. I mean, you guys already know, you know. Now, this lady, I always completely forget her name and what her power is. I don't know why, because I know I've seen it like probably 20 times. But she's not my favorite character, but I think she adds a lot to the story. She definitely fits in. I like that she's there. This guy, the one creepy guy that always is being a creep. I don't remember his name is. He's the one guy with the balls. He's pretty useless, honestly, except for like once or twice. But I don't hate that he's there. Like, I think his character kind of fits in with the vibe of things, but also he's not the best character, so we'll put him below C. This guy, the one guy that like loses his pants all the time and he like floats through objects or something, he's pretty chill. Not my favorite character either. High B. This lady, Loki, I don't know how she isn't the most like OP person ever, because she could just make whatever she wants basically out of thin air. I think it's a real interesting power. I feel like it's a little underutilized at sometimes, but real solid, real interesting character. Big fan. This president guy, freaking trash. Why is he? I don't like him. I don't know why. I can't really explain it. He's just kind of weird and creepy and freaks me out. And he's there and I don't know why. The Mount Lady, Miss Mountain, whatever her name is. Look, I mean, if you know, you know. You know, just kidding. Another real solid character. I don't like her as much as Midnight. However, I do also really like her. I think she's really interesting. You know, yeah, she's a good character. Ravity or whatever her name is. Again, like Deku, I feel like a real solid B tier character. I feel like they complement each other well and they're very basic cliche basicness, you know? This loser, freaking trash. If you know, you know. Yeah, no, he was mean to Eri. Terrible father figure, even though he wasn't her father. It's complicated. Trash. No one does that to Eri. No one. Shoto or whatever his name is. I have a lot of mixed feelings about this guy as well. I think he's really cool. I like that he has the whole fire and ice powers. Kind of reminds me of Zuko, which throws me off. Drops him back down a bit, but overall, a really cool character. Solid A tier. This guy, I don't remember what his name is. I just know he's the guy that eats stuff and then can use it as a power, which is freaking sick. That's like hype. I don't know what the limits are of it, but I'm a big fan. Very creative, very cool. Solid A tier. Now this guy, the guy that's fast or whatever with the brother that's like dead or whatever, I don't remember. Kind of boring, but also I like him, you know, I don't know why, I just do. I like that he's there. Another solid B tier character, low key, real good. I don't hate him. Like, I do kind of like him, but he's not that interesting of a character in the long run, honestly. So, this guy, the bad guy, whatever the heck his name is, I don't remember. Look, he's kind of cool. I also really kind of hate him. I feel like he's just, they really extended his life way longer than it needed to be, you know? Like, they could have killed him off a long time ago and got some cooler, more interesting bad guy, you know? But no, they're still like sticking with this guy for whatever reason. A C tier. The one invisible lady, I low-key am a fan of. I think like she's there and she's invisible. And there's just a lot of kind of jokes around that I like, you know? Solid character. I just think it's funny that she's there. We'll put her in A, actually. Sue. Froppy, whatever her name is. She was a little annoying at first, low-key, but I kind of like her. She, you know, I don't know. She definitely has a strong personality, and she's a frog. So I mean, you know, solid high B tier. This guy twice. I was a little weirded out by him for a while, but then I kind of like him low-key. He's a real interesting villain. I do like him. I think he's a really strong character, well written. Not the strongest, but definitely up there. Solid, like mid A tier. Now this guy, look, this is probably the character I hate the most. First of all, he's annoying. He has some dumb, stupid power and he's like, oh, my tummy, because he shot a laser out of it. Oh, God, I hate him. Then if you're, caught up on the more recent stuff, the things he does, look, like, spoiler warning. I've been wanting someone to go rogue for the longest time and be like a good guy, like, one of the heroes that's like secretly a bad guy or something for the longest time. I've been thinking, wow, this is real boring. Like, yeah, we got the heroes, the villains, whatever. I want someone to go rogue and have it be like this whole like dark arc of like, oh, you've been betrayed, this and that. And then they gave the lamest character this like sad sob story of his parents telling him, oh, you have to give information to the bad guy. And he's like, no, but my friends, I don't want to. Oh, like a freaking loser. And then everyone's like, oh, we forgive you. We're friends with the power of friendship. It was the dumbest thing. Why couldn't Bakugo or someone be like some crazy dark arc where he becomes the main bad guy and everyone feels betrayed and it gets like really dark and like, that would have been cool. That would have been hype. Like literally anybody else except for this guy. Stupid character, trash, where he belongs. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The My Hero Academia definitive tier list. We got a nice spread out of here, I feel like. I know I apologize. There's quite a few that I could not remember for some reason, or just I could not remember enough to feel like I could definitively rank them. But I'm sure there's going to be a lot of opinions on this one, as always. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you agree, disagree, where you would put characters, who your favorite characters are, who your least favorite characters are. If you think this guy was one of the lamest characters and then got given the whole cool rogue hero opportunity and it was all just wasted. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. That's going to be it for today, gamers. Stay gaming, and as always, I'll see you next time.